2 drivers got a drive-through already. 3 drivers got a drive-through already. Lights out and away we go. That's a very bizarre way to start this Grand Prix. Omar attacking already around the outside. I think Equator just gonna let him go. No reason to try and fight him. Wilco's back into the lobby. No reason to try and fight Omar, who quickly takes the lead of the race. That's Bialo going off the road, and he's got a drive-through already. Who started all this mess, may I ask? But, well, Omar in the lead, followed by Equasar, followed by Mark, followed by Bonbon, followed by Bialo. Bonbon, who has he left the session? He appears ghosted at the moment. But he's got a... No, most likely he's not... I don't think he's left the lobby. We got here a battle between Duki and... Oh, that's Sika Loco, who had done a very good start of the race down into P18. That was a very, very weird and chaotic start of the race. Omar in the lead, 8 tenths already in front of Equasar. Of course, he will start to try and pull away on those soft tires. Equasar will have to try and close up the gap on the mediums. Wilco seems to be having some issues. Hopefully we'll be able to join back. Bialo's in the pit lane. He's got a drive-through very early on the race. Joseph Vesely dropping to P12 of the race. He's gonna be now in the attack against Dino Bino Bambino around the outside. Dino defending the inside line. It's a battle between the Czech and the Slovakian here for P11 of the race. Joseph Vesely on the faster component of tires, gonna try and get the move done all the way around the outside. Dino will have to leave him room, and I don't know if he's gonna try and fight this one hard. Here comes Joseph Vesely trying to get the overtake done against Dino Bino Bambino. Oh, Omar spun it. Omar spun it and made a mistake there. Once again, Omar... Well, Georgie battling against Sika. Here forces him a little bit off the road there. Oh, and Sika spun it. Oh, and he's hit motorway. A little accident here into the final sector of the track. RPM battling against... no, Fursey battling against Dookie. Here for P6 of the race. Fursey started at the back and is already moved up to P6. It's a great comeback race for the Mercedes driver. Racing as a reserve today, of course, but still doing a pretty good job here. Sika keeps the fight against Pitbull here. Pitbull's gonna try and go around the outside on better tires probably at the moment. Sika Loco tries and defends the inside. Wilco once again having so much connection issues, seems like. It's not looking good for the man that that got into the nearly into the podium last week. We keep following the fight between Sika Loco and Pitbull. Pitbull going a little bit off the road, or it's getting a very fierce battle between these two. Omar finally coming into the pit lane. Nothing else could be done. He needs to pit very early because of the, of course, being in those very degraded soft tires. He's gonna come right in front of Charlie. Where is Omar? It's already at the back of Pitbull. He's meeting here with a little bit of trouble here with the meeting this train in front of him, but quickly gets the move done against Pitbull. That's nice and clean overtake from him. Now Sika's also gonna let him through. No, he won't. So Sika defending there the position against Omar. I guess the position is probably lost here, but he's still gonna try and defend it around the outside, is he? Yes, he will. Oh, Sika Loco's a fighter there. Defending against a driver in fresher tires, but well, now finally can't do anything more about it. And Omar is quickly through. Next target is gonna be Welp. Pit lane, we got a battle here between Dookie and RPM, I guess. RPM getting overtaken there by... No, Motorway is getting overtaken there. I don't know what's even happening here. Onion. Oh, Onion in an accident there between... Oh, that's a big hit there from Onion. And the Dookie, I think, and RPM... No one has DNF from that, and that's crazy. There's not been any DNFs after that accident. I don't know how they survived, but that's a big crash. Very unlucky for all of those involved. Equasar's in the pit lane, and we got a yellow flag for some reason. I don't know what happened there. But Equasar's coming into the pit lane. Hopefully he didn't hit the wall in the pit lane entry or something. That would be very unlucky for him. But doesn't seem to be the case. Equasar coming out of the pit lane. Mark's gonna be extending his stint a little bit more. Same as Dino Bino Bambino. Dino Bino Bambino could be leading an IOR race after a while if Mark pits first than him. And yeah, Mark has no other option but to come into the pit lane. Dino closed up the gap a lot to Mark actually there. Dino Bino Bambino still staying out. Yes, he will stay out for one more lap. He's going for that one-stop strategy, Dino Bino Bambino. If Dino's going for the one-stop, can Dino win it? Can Dino win the race? Look at that, that's a beautiful thing for my eyes to see Dino leading an IOR race. I couldn't have asked for more. Well, Dino in the lead of the Spanish GP at the moment as Omar right at the back of him. He's gonna need to defend though, this could be well for position. He's gonna go defensive, he's not gonna let Omar have it easy. Equasar will try and close up the gap as well into Omar. This could be playing into Equasar hands as well. Now Dino Bino Bambino is gonna try and defend it down the inside, just too difficult to do. Omar on the fresher tires of course is gonna stay in front. He came out very close to the back of him into the final corner, now opening the DRS and coming into turn 1. This is crucial move for the race. Around the outside goes Mark, and that's a beautiful move there from the Alpine. Retakes that provisional P2 in the race. Now Equasar right at the back of Georgie is going to try and get the move done easily into turn 1. That's not going to be a problem for him. Georgie has put on a great stint on those hard tires. I don't think, yeah, he's has a time penalty already. Buva versus Mark still continues. This is not over yet. Mark's 3 seconds behind Equasar. Depending how the degradation hits, could be an interesting finish of the race. Bialo meanwhile is going to have a battle here against Onian for P15 of the race. Here comes Onian, around the outside he goes. Bialo's going to brake very late here. Now Bialo defending his place against a man in similar amount of tire age. Onian has the better pace against Bialo. Onian might think about a move there down the inside. Bialo is a hard racer, let's not forget that. This battle is gonna carry on for the next lap, definitely. First, the time penalty is gonna complicate him a little bit. Buva down the inside sends a dive there against Mark. Both going side by side, banging a little bit of wheels there. Buva's push off into the gravel. Oh, that's gonna bring a little bit of controversy post-race. Buva there forced off the road a little bit there after a wheel banging with Mark. And that's gonna pretty much make it for Mark to skip it into the podium. Well, that's probably gonna be reported in the stewards chat after the race is over. Meanwhile, Equasar starts closing a little bit the gap against Omar. Omar that probably should pit very soon if he wants to make this strategy work. Those medium tires probably not in great conditions. Let's not forget that Dino is probably the one that extended them the most into 13 laps, and Omar is already in that number of laps. So he's probably going to come in this lap. Yes, he's coming into the pit lane now. There goes Omar into the pit lane. He needs to not speed like he did last week. And does he do so? No, he doesn't speed. Nice move there by Omar. Equasar is going to be back into the lead of the race. Followed by Mark, followed by Fersi, and followed by Vuva. Now, where's Omar going to be coming out? He's coming out on the medium tires. Now, it's basically a survival race for Equasar. Dino Bino Bambino is going to be coming in front or behind Omar. Probably going to be behind. Omar seems to have the advantage. Oh, he makes a little slider into the pit lane exit, does he? I don't know if he lost a little bit of time there. But that's a very comfortable gap to Dino Bino Bambino. Oh, what's this? Buva's in the pit lane. Buva's coming into the pit lane. That's something I didn't expect at all. Buva doing an interesting late pit stop was not what I was thinking of. Omar is finally into the DRS train. It's going to be difficult to overtake in this first attempt because he needs to get a little bit closer. And the DRS, the gap is wide open between the cars, so he's not going to get a nice toe into the main straight. He probably can try and send it into some corner later on. But well, it's 6 laps to go from this point. Omar now needs to clear very quickly the drivers in front of him. Can get very spicy and interesting between these guys. Buva and Georgie battling for P6 as well. Buva's gonna try and get that move into the main straight. Dino Bino Bambino now gonna be a little bit scared there, having Buva at the back of him. His P5 is in danger at the moment. A yellow flag caused by Bialo once again. First he getting overtaken there by Omar. Omar moves up to P3 of the race. The next target's gonna be now Mark. This is gonna be a very interesting race finish between Omar and Equasar, I can say. There's gonna be 5 laps to chase the current race leader. The two-stopper could finally bring Omar good results. We will see if that will be the case or not. Mark still needs to defend against Omar. It's probably not going to be able to do much against him. Mark has a little bit of a slide there. That may cost Omar a little bit of time. And we get now into the... First is coming into the pit lane. First is going to come into the pit lane there. Same as someone else coming to the pit lane. Omar is moving up in front of Mark. Dino Bambino going to lose the position against Buva. Most likely, yes. Around the outside goes Buva. Gets the overtake done against Dino Bambino. Georgie thinks about a move as well against Dino, but can't get it done yet. Maybe he's gonna try and get it done around the outside. Georgie versus Dino. Georgie thinking about a move there down the inside. Oh, a little tap there between Dino and Georgie. Dino needs to be a little bit careful in here. He doesn't need to mess up this good point results from today's race. He just lets Georgie through. Bialo. Oh no! It's happened! A safety car! And Bialo's cost it. Bialo, you just need to survive for some more laps, mate. It wasn't that difficult. Well, it's a BSC, it's not a safety car. Well, now this, like I said before, has helped Equasar so much. Dino Bambino will try and stick to the back of Georgie. Dino Bambino, who's fighting here for a P, try and finish in 5th place of this race. Well, and we got then 2 laps to go. Equasar is gonna be shaking a little bit. Is he gonna be able to keep his composure here into the final, to the ending of this race? Omar basically needs just 6 tenths to be into the DRS gap of Equasar. Omar is gonna be pushing that car hard to get past the Racing Bull driver. Now Equasar, it's time to show your championship contender skills today. And well, let's see if you can keep the Red Bull driver looking for his first win. Oh, and something's happening between Fersi and Georgie. Dino's up to P5 again. Dino up to P5, nice. Omar's gonna get the DRS into the main straight. Not sure if it's gonna be enough to get the move though. He's gonna get maybe a little bit of dirty air in here. This is gonna be a very exciting race deciding move in the final lap of the race. Equasar with a little bit better battery. Omar, of course, with the better tires. I think there's little Equasar can do about it. It's gonna be Omar is gonna be taking the lead here, most likely. Coming into the final lap of the race. Omar opening the battery into the slipstream of Equasar. Is gonna try and get the move done. Down the inside he goes and gets the overtake done, and into the lead goes Omar. Final lap deciding move for the race when Equasar is not gonna give up though. Equasar is not gonna give up, but I think there's little he can really do about it. Equasar following now the back of Omar. The strategy finally seems that's gonna pay off. The man that's gonna be winning the Spanish GP, Omar, looking for a fight back in this championship. He's gonna come home to win in round 4 of IOR Season 12. Omar wins the Spanish GP, Equasar in second. Was very close to a second victory in his career. Won't be possible today. Mark takes his first podium in his career. At some point was fighting for the win as well. Buva will come into P4, score very solid points. Dino Bambino, a man that I believe was going to be in the fight for this race victory if he qualified better.